morning and welcome to Urban Update. I am Alberto Vasallo. On the show this morning, Black Nativity celebrates 45 years of theatrical wonderment right here in Boston. Also on the program, an organization in Dorchester dedicated to the fight to end generational urban poverty and gang violence, and they extend a special invitation to professionals, young and old, to help the cause. But up first, another organization here in Boston that is focusing on empowering disadvantaged youth and adults with life management tools and leadership skills. Now, the Dignity Institute was born because its founders simply wanted to make the world a better place. Very nice. But they also had a special gift called Smart Conversations, which they had used within the corporate world to help people who work together feel the love for each other. Now, as they learned they had something special, they also believed it was socially unjust to make it available to only private organizations that could afford to hire them. Thus was developed the concept of the Dignity Institute, a full 501c3 organization. Now, together with the support of community partners, foundations, individuals, and companies, the Dignity Institute offers its programming at low to no cost as they deliver smart conversations so that every human being has the opportunity to be treated with dignity and to reach their full potential. Tell us more about their unique model. We've invited the founders of the Dignity Institute, Michele Simos, and her husband, Paul Weisman. Welcome to Urban Update.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for inviting us.
Now, did we do a good job in describing what you guys do?
You did an excellent
You did an excellent job.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Because I'm going to ask you, what were the reasons? I didn't get to the reasons. And so who should I go to? We defer to the beautiful young lady, Michele. Good move by the husband.
Very good move. Well, there were many, many reasons. We were interested because we started hearing more and more about bullying. And of course, that involves respect, self-respect, respect of others, and dignity. And at the same time, we actually got involved with a youth in Charlestown who was a terrific kid. He worked at the sailing center where we are a member, and that sailing center helps youth as well. And he got involved in a homicide. And that has never touched us that closely. Right. So with that and the death of Trayvon Martin, I lived 1 mile from him. I grew up in New England, but I lived in Florida for a number of years, and he was 1 mile from my house. So those were two of the events that really touched me.
Isn't it weird and ironic sometimes how an incident that you never thought could spark not just an idea, but in this case an organization and a movement. So
Right.
it's great. Thank you for sharing that. Now, Paul, when did you realize that you guys had something special that really had to be shared with a broader audience?
Oh gosh, since we've been doing this within corporations, we've been constantly getting that feedback that this is really special, that I never thought about things this way, that it's changed my life, that I didn't realize how vulnerable I was to my trigger style, we call it, things like that. So we hear that all the time in the corporate world, and we decided that as a result of some of the things that Michele just said, that we really needed to do more. We needed to, in fact, we wanted to get to our audience as early as we possibly could. So we started moving in the direction of families and youth, and here we are. And we also were waiting until our for-profit business was just so dramatically successful that we could just pay for it ourselves, and we said, well, that may not have never happened, so if not now, when?
Good for you. Good for you. No time like the present, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Take me a little through some success stories and how some people's lives have been impacted directly by the Dignity Institute.
Happy to do that. One young man, I call him a miniature Sidney Poitier. He's a handsome young man. He's 17 years old. His name is Antonio Weathers. Please remember that name because
Well, you just gave him a great shout out.
he is going to be something. He's an extraordinary spoken word poet.
Oh.
And he worked with us. He worked for me this past summer at the Huntington Y. And he also has been in our classes, and Antonio's just extraordinary. And our rapper youth worker, and this is positive rap, by the way, because I know rap sometimes gets a bad rap.
Yep.
And this youth worker worked with him, and his work just comes right out of his soul and his heart.
Where are most of these kids and families from? Are they from the city of Boston?
Urban, the core city. core center of the city.
In the core city,
Yeah, Roxbury,
Dorchester.
East Boston, you know.
Yeah, I want to get a sense. They say a photo's worth 1,000 words, right?
Yes.
So I know we've got some visuals, we've got some photos.
Great.
Oh, I know that young man on the left. Actually, he's not that young anymore. Lino Delgado from the Four Lords.
That's right.
And what's going on here?
That was our summer program. We were at the Huntington Y, and we were working with a group of 8-year-olds. And this was just a program that they brought in, and we taught them leadership and life skills. And how we do that is we bookend the program. We start off with a concept, like what does it mean to be a leader? We talk about it, and then I ask them to show me what that is. They dance in between, and then we reflect on it in the end.
Well, you talked a little bit about the summer program, right?
Yes.
So why don't we, now we have some video, and I know we have some more kids there, and they look at those happy faces, right? Very diverse. But we've got a video. Take me through, we'll put it up. And the seventh element, I guess?
Yes, yes.
So what feelings come to mind when you see some of this stuff?
Resilience, and a lot of these kids have PTSD, and to give them some time where they can just connect with their bodies, connect with themselves, dance, and be happy is thrilling to me.
Yeah, and I see you did financial literacy, so it wasn't
Yes.
just all fun, it was, and then there's these smart conversations as well. What is a
Yes.
smart conversation, by the way, Paul?
Well, it really is about authenticity. Are we being real with each other? Respect and trust. And it's an acronym. SMART stands for shared meaning, authenticity, respect, and trust.
Didn't know that.
And so we translate that into, you know, how does that, you know, give you an empowered approach to your life?
Funny you should use the word give, because there is something called Giving Tuesday. You're hoping to raise some money, so I want to make sure that we mention that. Actually, explain it briefly. What is this whole concept of Giving Tuesday?
I'm going to defer again to my
absolutely,
lovely wife.
to your better half.
Go ahead.
Giving Tuesday is something that was created about 3 years ago. It's worldwide, and it follows Black Friday and Cyber Monday.
Yeah.
So some people in New York thought, why not give back? And so we are a part of that effort, and we're trying to raise $25,000 to put toward our new Pathway to Profession Workforce Development Program.
Okay. Now, folks can get more information, I guess, on your general website. So I want to
Yes.
put the Dignity Institute general information for folks, because there is a phone number for people to call.
Yes.
And do you answer the phone?
I answer the phone.
Beautiful. And there is the website that we use to
Okay.
capture that photo. So
Perfect.
when you go on that website, you can't miss it. That's the kind of photo. And I saw that there's information on Giving Tuesday, which is this next Tuesday.
Yes, it is.
That's right.
It's 2
Yes,
days
it
from
is.
now.
Just a couple days.
Yes, it is.
2 days from now. Excellent. Great timing. Thank you so much. Keep up the good work in the name of so many people in the community. Muchas gracias, and keep it up.
Thank you so much.
De nada, thank you very much.
Oh, knows a little Spanish. She keeps surprising me. I'm very impressed. All right. Coming up next, an opportunity for professionals to join the fight to end generational poverty and gang violence. And all of these details from an organization right here in Dorchester, right here on Urban Update.